NoFap. Something I'm very blessed I've never had to go about because I've never had an issue with jerking off like you dirty fuckers. But a lot of you lot have problems with it, and I want to solve them because you lot are my brothers and I care about you very dearly. So this is the ways I'd go about approaching NoFap and actually being able to complete it seriously. Not none of this shit that these YouTubers say, actual shit. So let's get straight into it. The number one thing I'd suggest for you to do if you're trying to stop NoFap, if you're somebody who does it 5 times a day or something ridiculous, that's literally going to kill you in like 10 years. You know, that level of extremity of fapping. Number one thing I'd suggest you do is think about doing it once a week. Think about doing it twice a week. Don't just go to 0, because for your mind it will not be possible. Your mind's that weak, it will not be possible. Pick 2 days of the week. Pick 1 day of the week and do it on that day. Because like I said, it's not possible to go from 5 to 0 for a lot of you. And that's the number one piece of advice I would give you for stopping NoFap if you're somebody who does it on such a high level, such an extreme. That's how I'd approach it. That's how I'd go. I'd select 2 days, like Tuesday, Saturday, or Thursday, Sunday, or something around there where you have a couple of days in between as well. Because that will help you almost build a cycle. It's not so much so you do it whenever you feel. It's more so you're waiting until this day, you're waiting until that day. And then you get used to not doing it every day. And I think it's a good building block. The second thing I'd do is replace your addiction with a different addiction. And I don't mean you go smoking, I don't mean you go vaping. Before you lot go, what the fuck are you on about, you imbecile? What I mean is every time you want to jerk, eat a piece of gum, eat a mint, eat a Tic Tac or something that's going to take your mind off of it, and it's almost going to rewire your mind to think that that feeling in your head is actually a feeling for gum. It's a craving for something else. And gum, can you even get addicted to it? Like, you know, it's so easy to stop chewing gum or eating Tic Tacs. Your Tic Tac box runs out. Okay, not buying anymore. Simple as that. Really is easy. And I think apart from slowing down gradually, if you're like mega addicted, this is the number one, the actual best way to approach it. You want to replace this addiction with something else, like gum. You want to jerk off. You want to tell your mind, no, I'm eating gum. It's going to be difficult at the beginning, but the longer you go with it, the easier it will become. These urges are inevitable, so maybe every time you get the urge, you want to go eat gum or a mint, like I said. And this, like I said, is powerful because it sort of psyops your mind into believing that you don't actually need to fap. You don't actually need to sit there for 20 minutes and fap like a sado. It makes you believe, because belief is the most important thing in the human mind. It gives you the belief that this fap shit isn't actually helpful. And this idea of fap and this dopamine it can actually get from gum. It's going to genuinely heal your mind if you are serious about approaching this. And the third thing I would do if I was trying to do NoFap and completely stop would be journaling. I'd have a habit tracker, I'd have a calendar, and every day that I don't fap, I tick it off. Every day that I do, I'd leave it blank. And you see all the blank spaces, and you start to feel a bit disheartened. And in the human mind, once you begin to see a streak of days, you want to keep that streak going. You want to keep that streak alive. Just like the 300 day streak I had on chess.com. Just like the, I don't know how many day streak I had on, like, Score Hero when I was younger. You have these day streaks, maybe like 70, 80 days, and you just want to keep this going. Obviously, I don't think you should journal it out loud and proud in the public. I don't think that's a good idea, personally. I don't think you should go up to your parents and say, look, I've done 50 days of NoFap. I think it's a bit stupid to do that. But why can't you tell your brothers inside of a very, very powerful and loyal community that you are going strong with NoFap and you haven't done NoFap for 30 days? I know you've completely forgotten about fapping. You eat a little bit of gum, it costs you like £5 a month. The gum. And I don't get commission on gum, by the way, if anyone's thinking that. Apologies, I went on a fucking side rant. But you know what I mean. You can easily join our Discord And feel free to write down what you want to say inside of a specific channel. Let's say the main chat. You want to go into the main chat and say, I'm doing NOFAP for a whole month to test if the testosterone actually goes up. I'm on day 26 today. I don't want to FAP anymore. You know, you show us the progress via that instead of, oh, I failed today. Because once you have accountability from brothers in our allegiance, it will be extremely difficult to just not do it one day. To the point where you probably would rather lie. But God knows you're lying. Karmic retribution is real. And it will show, obviously. So you can be honest to yourself and honest to your word. And you can share your accountability with your brothers in our allegiance. You'll be able to stop NoFap really easily. Because we'll all hold you accountable. And it won't be as nice as, oh, you accidentally fapped today, no worries. I promise you, personally from myself, I will be extremely fucking harsh. But out of brotherly love, nothing else. Because I want to see you grow, I want to see you win. I don't want to see you fall to fapping. Fucking fapping. It's cringe, it's peasantry. And you just need to grow up a little bit. So like I said, I'll go over a recap now because probably some people have skipped to the end to see it. And that's alright. I'll give you the quick shit right now. So number one, like I said, you want to make sure you're cutting down. If you're on an extremely high number, cut down. Number two is you want to stop by replacing it with gum or mints. And number three is you have a habit tracker and you tick off every day you don't. You journal it if you want to. And I hope you found value in this video, brothers. This is actually a really difficult topic for me to talk about because I don't personally fap. I've never had to go on NoFap because I've never been a fapper, you know. So it's very difficult for me to talk about. Normally I'd have a personal experience and a story to tell, but with this I just don't. I just don't. So I apologise if this video seemed a bit weird. I've tried my best because I care about you, brothers. And as always, stay strong out there, brothers. We'll see you tomorrow.